As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos.
Eddie Pinheiro is set to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game.
Best I can do, Boo, is Thursday and Fridays I'm home.
There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Keep him along while he be in school, but you gotta get him after school. Well, if you could think of something else I can do to help, let me know.
I can get her to get him when she get out of work. I just need somebody to watch for a couple hours on the school, but he's not doing shit up there.
On Thursday and Friday I can help you, but Monday, I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let me know. Oh, you got to shoot at. I love people.
Oh, he's going to
he just got you.
Got his man complete. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elam is going to float this over the middle, deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. Almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Elam. These guys tied in Fant. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
On the carry.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2 at the 31-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run with Breida. Able to power through. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins.
Oh my fucking God,
Two drives
man.
will tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far.
Come
They've yet to
on,
allow this
man.
offense to get on track in this one.
In punt formation.
That's why I can't win shit.
On is the punter
I don't
Hawk
have
as he
nobody
gets
to catch
this
the
one
fucking
away.
ball.
Here's Hill on the return.
Look at this gay shit.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Dolphins nothing.
Second down at 4. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Adrian Amos.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
You need anything?
What's wrong?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, well, he's going to get to you when he get paid.
He said Thursday because I'm broke.
Oh, well, why would you say third? Hold up. Let me check.
I ain't trying to start. No, come here. It's not to start nothing. It's not to start nothing.
No, because I'm saying, I didn't say nothing about $100.
I didn't say you said. I just said he asked me for something.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me figure out why he said Thursday.
Justin Simmons up from a safety spot to make the tackle.
Yeah, well,
That's a nice
I'm going to
job
find out.
defensively being able to diagnose.
No,
Touch pass, they saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much
I
out
don't
of
want
it.
to start him. If he said he won't get to me, I'll get to me.
I'm going to go to the bank and stuff.
2nd and 8. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphins got going
What
a
the
little
fuck? God damn! They fucking audible.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, here's Breida. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 29, Haskins. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 16.
A gain of 13 yards.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Haskins. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet?
Somebody that can fucking catch, man.
Incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Yards to go.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Flushed out right.
Oh my God, did he throw it, man? I hate this fucking game, bro. I swear to God,
Picked up
man.
by Justin Simmons. He's got daylight. He's at the 50.
These niggas keep fucking dropping passes,
20,
man.
10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority.
One X factor on offense, man. I can't even fucking move the damn ball.
Red light there. Green light means go. Red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Gotta get the ball to my only X factor.
Running back right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Waiting from the goal. Haskins.
He threw the ball right.
Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Elam. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. K.J. Hamler there to make the grab. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
Look at this shit every fucking time I throw the ball, man.
In the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Elam.
Look at my safeties, bro.
This to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver.
Like, that's what happens when you don't have X Factors. Like, that shit really plays a fucking difference. Like, these niggas just be running around looking retarded.
The kicker on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it on ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
this nigga, man,
coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now it's Breida. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cleveland Farrell able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, Elam. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20.
My whole team up there, his whole team down here. Like, these niggas don't even put no type of effort in.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Looking deep for Jennings. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they try the right side here. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. In the first half, he was held in check on the...